Let me read you an excerpt from a recent interview Dan did. Not a gamer himself, Clancy mostly watches musicians or talk shows on Twitch. He particularly enjoys the leftist political commentator Hasan. I like the frankness and the bluntness. He's comfortable saying whatever he believes.
The f is this?
They like played sports together or something? I have no idea what the context of this is.
By speaking what he believes, he should be on Rumble with the other fringe radical political streamers. But no, not under Dan Clancy's watch. Dan has elevated him to the status of Twitch Golden Boy. And if you still have doubts, let this settle the matter. Just for clarity, Dan Clancy is the one filming and singing in this video.
Happy birthday to you.
What the fuck?
Happy
Wow.
birthday to you.
Bro, we're never beating the Hasan runs Twitch allegations after
Jesus
this.
Christ.
This is crazy. Oh my God.
Happy birthday, dear Hasan.
This is crazy.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm cooked. I'm
Happy
cooked.
birthday from Twitch, Hasan. Happy birthday from Twitch.
Holy shit. The entire company?
I think that was like unprompted too, just out of nowhere. He just wanted to glaze the fuck out of his son. Never done this before, never done it again.
Just serenading a specific streamer. Has Twitch ever done that before?
No.
And also had streamers controversial as Hasan?
I was gonna say, I thought the whole point of like Twitch's like moderation policy is that they were like, we're supposed to be not transparent because it removes like possible bias or, you know, excessive criticism. We're not supposed to be transparent about who we like and who we don't like. That's like the point.
I mean, they'll diddle some other streamers, but usually it's like Pokimane or like Ninja. You know what I mean?
Yeah, a lot less controversial people.
Yeah, exactly.
Not a political pundit.
What is going on here? So is the people behind funding Hasan just Twitch themselves? Like, I guess. I don't know.
Around, and I genuinely have never seen another video like this anywhere, where Dan Clancy or any top executive force all these poor sons of bitches during their lunch break to gather around in the crew room and sing happy birthday for Hasan. How humiliating is that? There's also a small issue of Dan being a total creep.
Want to explore clips?
That's very nice.
And now you have a clips feed. Okay? Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there.
Gooning to
It's
all
all
these
just
girls.
like, yeah, it's all just like fucking bikini streamers and just
Gooning
girls.
all day.
And now you're in your stories feed.
Yo!
Okay?
Okay.
Non-stop.
That's
Just not a single guy streamer gamer.
No diversity.
very nice.
Sat there and
That's also-
scrolled.
What the
Okay?
Oops.
Okay? Suppose you want to check out the stories to see what you missed yesterday. You click there. And now you're in your stories feed. Okay?
Wow.
That's very nice. That's also
Gooning all day.
Okay.
Nice.
You know, Dan, I would have let this creep narrative go. If it didn't happen twice, roll it.
You want to see clips? Swipe this way, and now you're seeing clips. The clips, and that's not necessarily the algorithm.
First of all,
The streamer notices it and cannot help but burst out laughing at his creepy ass.
What the The CEO, by the way.
All right, so he's incompetent. He's a creep. He's protecting terrorist propagandists. So what's up? So what's the big deal with Dan Clancy? Well, what happened next is what really made me realize how corrupted and rotten Twitch is to the very core of the organization. First, let me introduce you to Frogan.
Why don't you go take a trip to Home Depot and buy some rope?
She's one of Hasan's
Okay.
Oh my God.
What the
Not you. Wow, that's just crazy.
main moderators. She's leading great discourse like Ethan's Islamophobic for saying, don't kill civilians. She has zero talent. She has 100 concurrent viewers.
Yes!
Yes!
Let's go, Ethan.
Shit on her. Fuck
Destroy this bitch. 130 average. Come on.
Bitch.
But somehow she's always on the homepage. She's winning awards. Nobody's watching her. Nobody cares. Why is she relevant? We don't know. It's important for me to show you guys what an actual horrible person Frogan is so that you can see who Twitch is elevating. So let's start with this clip. Ludwig, a large streamer on Twitch, donated $10,000 to the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund. That's a wonderful thing to do, right? No, not good enough for Frogan.
$10,000.
It's a big fat chunk of change.
Ultimately, like, if I were to do a charity thing where the charity thing relies on your donations, it should be something where, like, 95% of people feel good and are down for it. And, like, ultimately, regardless of what you think, that is not the situation here. So I personally donated 10K. Because I think it is worthwhile. And if you guys got some extra bread, I would recommend you donate. But I won't throw it on you, you know what I mean? No thanks. And some people are going to say that, you know what I mean? That's why it's the
This is a cracker take.
difference between, like, hey, I can put my money where my mouth is, but I don't need to put your money there. I don't need to enter a fucking debate about whether that's worthwhile.
Cracker ass take. Really, bitch?
Fuck you.
What the f is
I don't
going
think
on?
that the children in Palestine starving give a f if Ludwig is white or a cracker. You stupid bitch.
What do you even say wrong there? I missed the part where like Ludwig said something bad. What is she mad about?
He's mad. She's mad because he's like, well, like this is a kind of a political controversial thing, and not everyone's gonna vibe with it. So I'm not gonna do it on my stream, but I'm gonna still donate to it.
Okay,
that's what he's saying. It's basically like if we got offered, hey, do you want to come do a stream about Israel for like a day, and we're like, I don't really think that makes sense for our content, but we'll donate to the cause.
So you're crackers now. She just launches a tirade of anti-white hatred. Got it.
And then the children in Palestine are also like, damn, I guess she's right.
You know, I will say it's interesting to see Ethan. You know, he played a clip at the beginning of this video of Hasan calling people crackers. Now he's going after Frogan for saying that. Ethan was pro these guys back then during the whole like cracker controversy of 2021. He was actually pro these guys. He was doing shows about it. He thought it was like the funniest thing in the world.
Like ranking tier lists about whites, you know.
He did, yeah, he did do like a white slur tier list, which is kind of funny. I guess he's backed off of that shit now or whatever.
Yeah, he was radicalized, I guess, by Hasan.
Yeah, he fell for that. I'm just curious, like, what the change there is, right? Oh yeah, when he tweeted "white is not a race, dipshit."
Yeah,
remember that?
God, it's so cringe.
Yeah,
total loser.
Mayo monkey.
Me, I donated $10,000, but I'm not gonna promote it. Just don't say you donated $10,000. Then, like, if you're not actively believing, if you don't believe in the cause, and if you're not against genocide at this point, like, keep your fucking money. Keep your $10,000. Keep your little chump change. Like,
keep your chump change.
When we say like congratulations.
Imagine being
keep your chump change.
A leftist living in LA in comfort, begging for her rent money on stream.
And she's fat too, and she's a fat, ugly bitch.
Yeah.
By the way,
emergency rent $800. What the? You can't even pay your own rent?
And children.
Maybe you should stop being a streamer. You know, maybe they've tried. Hasan's tried. Twitch themselves have tried to make you a thing, and it's just clearly not working. You can't even pay your rent comfortably.
Yeah.
You're living paycheck to paycheck, doing this fucking shit.
And
maybe it's time to pack it up.
Yeah, I think 10K wouldn't be chump change to your fat ass. Imagine how much DoorDash you could get with that fucking money. Huh? How much DoorDash would you order and eat on stream with your fat pig mouth? While you tell children in Palestine that they don't deserve the money. Disgusting whore.
Keep your fucking money.
Keep your money is crazy.
Yeah, that is insane.
Keep your 10,000.
But wait, there's more.
I have no pity at all for any fucking soldiers. Distress, thank you so much. I will never have any fucking pity for any fucking soldiers. The U.S. military? Who fucking who? I hope you get PTSD.
While she eats. While she jams food in her mouth.
Wow.
Arrow, no student loans? Fuck you. I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America.
This clip obviously made the rounds on social media and rightfully outraged a lot of people. Here's how she responded the next day.
I hope you get PTSD. And I hope you get no health insurance when you get back into fucking America. And they posted it in my head. I'm like, based?
Wow.
Based?
Just disgusting.
Like, am I supposed to be like, I'm not walking back on it. I still fucking agree with it. Base?
The smug defiance Frogan is showing is only because she knows that Twitch will do nothing to moderate her, despite veterans being classified as a protected group in Twitch's own community guidelines.
She then put out a fake ass apology after that stupid clip we just watched where she's like, base. She tried to be like, well, you know, I think just the beginning kind of came out wrong, but I don't really agree with how it came off, and I'm really sorry.
Okay.
Putting out like this.
These guys are such pussies. Again, they want to be extremists. They want to LARP as communists. They want to LARP as like badasses or whatever, right? But then they can't own any of the actual positions that they have that sound a little scary.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Nick Fuentes, he doesn't back away. When he says crazy shit, you know what I mean? He doesn't back away from it. He's like, actually, I have a more nuanced, safe sounding take for... No, he just says the shit that's on his mind.
Yeah.
These guys have a ton of shit they want to say on their mind, but they just run away from it.
He's a loser.
If we get to this goal by 9/11, Capri, Raph, and I will make the Twin Towers out of a stacked cake, and we'll make an airplane, and we'll recreate 9/11.
What the fuck? Really? I mean, these people are just terrorists.
Yeah, I mean,
Final
it's
straw
just
for me.
disgusting.
You'll notice.
Yeah, safe edgy, by the way. If I called her a fucking slur, she would cry.
Yeah, well, she literally cried on stream when Miskiff questioned if she's really a rising star and gave her some shit. She unironically cried on stream, tears in her eyes, wiping it off. Like, I don't like that you talk to me that way. I mean, she's a complete pussy.
Yeah.
Total bitch.
Leftists preach and foam at the mouth at the thought of a revolution happening in America. But as soon as it happens in the Middle East, what they're doing is wrong. It's not what she said, it's when she said it. While she's on Twitter celebrating, I was listening to the local news in Israel. Families were calling into news stations begging for help. Let me show you what I mean.
Holy shit.
אני יוצא לכיוון שלכם עכשיו, צריכים מיקום. אני בא, אני צריכים מיקום, אלוהים.
The morning of October 7th, Israelis were listening to calls like this all morning long, dozens of them. Imagine reading this tweet after listening to this.
I don't know if he's doing like an etiquette type thing where he's like just kind of just...
No. Because you consider January 6th, any person who gave any type of slightly positive comments about January 6th, the day it was happening, is nuked politically for all fucking time, and it's used against them for all time. But when you look at October 7th, which was infinitely fucking worse than January 6th could ever imagine to be, she is openly celebrating, this is the revolution that we've all been waiting for.
Yeah.
On the day it's fucking happening where people are slaughtered and killed. So no, it's not a fucking etiquette situation. I know what you're trying to say, but it's not an etiquette situation.
I'm not saying that like definitively, or it's kind of just like Ethan using like, or is it like Ethan using like dead people to like get an own on like...
No, I understand what you're saying, but no, it's a situation of when there's a active event like this happening, you don't put out tweets celebrating it when people are like, you don't even know what's happening. I mean, it's like so reactionary to just instantly celebrate something where it's like, oh yes, finally it's revolt, and when it's like civilians just getting slaughtered by terrorists. It's like, that just proves that she's at best completely fucking ignorant and just not inconsiderate.
Exactly. Being intentionally like, Well, the other thing too is like Hasan literally, like, remember Hasan on Piers Morgan where he was like, people just want to obfuscate from the conversation away from the genocide that's going on. The genocide. He spams that talking point all the fucking time. So I guess Ethan's basically doing like the same thing, but like, I don't know. I mean, again, it shows that at best she's just completely inconsiderate and retarded, and at worst she supports the attack and the killing of the civilians at worst. Look at this shit that's on the screen. Exciting news. Twitch has chosen me to be featured as a legendary woman on the front page. Together for Legendary Women front page carousel, not just for March, but for the entire year. In 2024, when these clips took place, by the way, Frogan was listed as a Legendary Woman of the Year.
For a whole year.
Holy shit. Okay.
This is actually my favorite detail about Frogan. She won a Rising Star Award at the Streamer Award, an award show put on by her friends, and then the next year, guys, she gets nominated for Rising Star again. Are they fucking with her? You can't be Rising Star twice. It's up or it's down.
Someone says Aiden gets streams to more people than Frogan.
Oh God, that's actually true.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
No, man. In fact, you were never up. That was the problem. They tried to pretend like you were up, but you were always down. Rising Star twice. What's this, fucking Mario Kart? You hit a boost up there or some shit?
Oh my, what the fuck?
Oh my God.
On After Hours, we've been making fun of Frogan since like 2020.
Yeah, she sucks.
And we always use the same jokes against her because they're so relevant. It's like, when are you going to get views?
Yeah.
When are you actually going to get an audience?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because Frogan is the two-time Rising Star champ.
You know what her counter to this is on Twitter? She says, he actually got this wrong. I was nominated in 2022 and I lost because I had 100 average viewers. Then I was nominated in 2023 and I won because I had 700 average viewers. That's actually what happened.
Really?
And I'm like, you still don't get to be nominated. Well, yeah, but also it still is, why are you nominated for Rising Star twice? It's not how it happens.
Right.
You're rising in the year of 2022. 100 viewers, by the way.
How are you even nominated?
How is that even,
how the fuck did you get on there? I get way more viewers on Twitch.
Yeah, exactly. You could, yeah. So you lost, and you get to rise again because you now have 700. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
One day, Frogan will rise.
Yeah, it's like, come on,
dude. Which is fucking harder? Her to rise on Twitch, or her to rise out of her fucking bed?
Yeah, her fat ass.
It makes sense that Twitch would give her one of the main stages at TwitchCon to do a 45-minute long segment. Her idea that was Twitch approved. Arab to Jew racial tier list. So the premise is who can say Habibi, an Arabic word of affection like baby or sweetheart. And this tier list determines who can say it. Top and most desirable tier is Arab. And at the bottom, the worst one is, quote, loves Sabra.
Okay. These people also cry about dog whistles all the time. You're dog whistling. Everything a conservative says is like a secret coded language for what they really mean, you know?
Yeah.
Now, why does Love Sabra equate to Jews? Sabra is a well-known Israeli company that makes hummus. They've been on the divestment list for many, many years, so the activists are well aware of their status. Oh yeah, and Sabra literally means a Jew that was born in Israel. It also plays up an anti-Semitic trope that denies Jewish identity in the Middle East. There's this idea that Israelis are all white colonizers who are stealing the culture and identity of Arabs to make it seem like they belong there. Watch Frogan and her co-hosts accuse Israelis of culturally appropriating Arab culture.
The one thing that's like funny is that there's two types of like genocide, right? There's like genocide of real people, and then there's like cultural genocide, right? Like, this is fucking funny. Like, those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create...
What the f was that? Yo.
Dude, the fact that they
Okay.
have the audacity to create Sabra and make that like the staple hummus of America. Insane.
It's super offensive to us. And like, that's actual like cultural appropriation. Like, people get mad when someone has like dreadlocks and they call that culture. I'm like, come on, it's just like a hairdo. Like, it's okay. People, like, white people are allowed to have dreadlocks if they want dreadlocks. But like, actually trying to claim our food, our desserts.
Just one question for you guys. Who the fuck do you think is making the hummus in Israel? Martha Stewart? No, it's the same fucking Arabic-speaking Jews that you kicked out in the 1950s. Yes, they also like hummus, and they like all the same shit you do. Because they are you. They're from your country. You kicked them all out, and now you're accusing them of stealing your culture. You want to talk about cultural genocide? Well, here it is. You racist piece of shit.
Those motherfuckers trying to take hummus and say it's Israeli is the most insane thing to me.
Hey, scumbag. Here's a hummus place we used to eat at. The chef is from Yemen. Here's another dude from Syria. Does this dude look like a white colonizer to you? Would you like to tell him he's stealing your culture? Well, this is what most Israelis look like.
Dude, the fact that they have the audacity to create subreddits.
This is casual bigotry being passed around like a leftist talking point. It's exactly why people are saying that anti-Semitism is coming mostly from the left. And yes, I know this dipshit is also Jewish. Incredible. He picked up so many tokens, he actually became one. And by the way,
holy shit.
Wow.
W Jujo.
Everybody on this panel is looking pretty fucking white themselves. So bearing all of this in mind, it's really not a stretch to say that the Love Sabra bracket is a dog whistle for Israelis or Jews.
The next person is one of my favorite people, Ethan Klein.
I told you guys to clap.
This is a good reaction.
That was a good one. That's good. All right, turn that up. Turn your
We all know where this is going. You guys are missing a category for Zionist. That was a joke. That was just a joke in my.
Stand up, stand up, stand up.
That
well,
guy's so
obviously it's
cringe.
Love Sabra, right?
Yeah, it has to
That's
be.
easy. That's definitely Love Sabra.
She apparently consulted with the head of the KKK, and he told her, more subtle. So if it wasn't obvious enough, they pulled me, one of the best-known Jewish creators, and immediately put me in Sabra. Hasan, by the way, who's Turkish, not Arab, is Arab. That's the good one. That's the good one. The Arab ethnicity is S tier. Then,
yeah, why is the top of the list like ethnicity, Arab, and then the bottom isn't? that
makes no sense.
No sense. It's not consistent.
Denham's jokes that we don't have a category low enough for Zionists. Once again, calling out my Jewish identity.
Where's the? You guys are missing a category for Zionist.
And if it isn't about being Jewish, why would they put Ben Shapiro in the thumbnail?
Wow.
Ben Shapiro.
Yo.
Jews on YouTube, and the category next to me when he's not even featured in the game. Who's next down there? Anne Frank? Einstein? Seth Rogen?
Oh
Schindler?
my God.
Well, he wasn't Jewish, but they would put him down there, let's be real. It also doesn't help their case that both my wife and Ben Shapiro's wife were born in Israel, which would make them Sabras. So Love Sabra, literally in this case, means Jew lover. That sounds pretty racist.
Oh my God, dude.
Wow. That's a bit of a
That's kind of a
connecting the dots stretch.
Yeah, a little bit of a stretch maybe. I don't even know though. It's like.
Yeah.
And what about the title? How Arab are these Twitch streamers? Hold on a minute. I thought this was about.
Yeah, wait.
How Arab are they?
How Arab are they? That's not what the thing was.
Yeah.
It was who can say Habibi.
Yeah, I thought that's what it was.
What?
You know, I'm tired of these people gaslighting me. Haven't the Jews been gassed enough? So
You know
Oh
what?
my God.
Oh my.
What the dude?
Understand what a microaggression is, but you can't understand why a Jewish man might be uncomfortable with this. I feel like this is indefensible.
That is a
blatant,
true point.
obvious
Another thing that they always cry about on the left is microaggressions. It's a microaggression.
Right, yeah.
It's like, this is by definition a fucking microaggression. Even if you think it's not what it,
It's not like
really-
they're calling him like a fucking slur or something, right?
Yeah, it's a microaggression where it's something subtle where you kind of do something to fuck with someone or disrespect them.
Yeah.
Dude.
And this was greenlit by Twitch to appear on their main stage. How is that even?
Yeah, by the way, this is an official Twitch like show, presentation,
Yeah.
like event. This is like E3 for Twitch or whatever. TwitchCon. That's what this is.
Yeah.
Right? And this is an official this is crazy.
How bad do you think his smells under
Ew.
Frogan's hijab?
Terrible. The sweep for this is that they put denims on Love Sabra. But I don't even know if that's true. That's what I heard they said in the Hasan subreddit.
Oh, wow.
That's the sweep, is that they put denims down there.
Okay.
So it's actually okay.
Got it. What is does that
That's
mean?
what they say. They say they ignore the fact that denims is actually under Love Sabra as well.
Okay.
And yeah, that's what Hasan subreddit says is the counter to it.
Who loves chicken? I put like 2 black people and then myself. It's like, see guys?
Okay.
It's like
It's not really meant
this
to
isn't
be
a
that.
yeah.
Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This racial tier list was brought to you by our sponsors, Chevron, Capcom, and Samsung. This is an example of Twitch management elevating a racist nobody like Frogan at the detriment of their own company's well-being. Why? After the predictable controversy this caused, Dan Clancy, the CEO, went live for the first time after 2 weeks and did an FAQ.
It's exciting to be here. Mary, thanks for having me. It's always a joy to do this with you. And we have a lot to talk about. And looking forward to questions.
Let's take a look at some of the questions they got. This person asked, do you plan on addressing the anti-Semitism problem? Dan's response, permanent ban. Why do you not ban streamers that show terrorist propaganda on your website? Good question. Permanent ban. Do you care to comment about the ADL and anti-Semitism on Twitch? Bam!
Wow, that's just like a normal ass question.
I mean, the first two, I'd be like, it sounds like just chat shitters. So honestly, I'm not surprised he would ban something like that.
Yeah.
But the last one, it's like, hey, you want to address this?
The controversy?
Yeah.
What the fuck is this? These are not even written like in a mean way. You are banned, just like the entire country of Israel. It had just been discovered at the same time as this tier list that Twitch had secretly, without announcing it anywhere, banned the entire country of Israel from creating new accounts. This was enacted right after October 7th, and it continued on for a year. And if you're wondering how you didn't hear about it before, it's not because the Israelis weren't talking. Here's the top Israeli streamer's video about it, which is entitled, "Twitch does not want Jews on their platform." He explains that they slowly started to realize no accounts could be made, and him and his fellow Israeli streamers were causing a lot of noise to get noticed. But Twitch completely ignored them for 5 months. When he created a support ticket with Twitch, it was straight up deleted with zero explanation. Around the end of the year, when people started talking about anti-Semitism on Twitch, Dan Saltman discovered the Israel ban when he was sent the code proving the block happened, presumably from someone who works at Twitch, and it could no longer be ignored. Israeli and American media started to pick up the story, which finally forced Twitch to respond. He also explains the block started on October 13th, which happens to be Global Jihad Day, when Islamic terrorists call—
Oh my God. Global Day of Jihad? What? Yo.
When Israelis try to sign up, it gives you a generic error message. It doesn't say anything to suggest that you're ineligible because you're in Israel. So when one of these guys wrote to Twitch customer service, this is what they said. "I am really sorry that you are having issues creating an account. We have reviewed your case thoroughly and can confirm that, unfortunately, you are not eligible to create a Twitch account. As a result, we will be closing your case at this time."
Under the new increased scrutiny, Dan Clancy panicked and posted 2 terrible explanations on Twitter that were immediately community noted.
How can Twitch say on one hand that they've reviewed the case thoroughly, and then on the other hand say it was an accident and they didn't know? This is all very fishy. A big media company like Twitch doesn't realize that their new account signups from Israel has completely flatlined? You're telling me that you guys didn't notice that? That's impossible. Then, at the same time, it was announced that Sneeko, Fresh and Fit, and the little Houthi twink terrorists were all
the terrorists too?
Yeah, he did.
What? He had I remember I watched one of his streams. He had 100 followers and no viewers.
Yeah, they explicitly went and unbanned him that day.
What the? How?
banned, and they could stream again on Twitch. This is like the holy trinity of anti-Semitism.
So guys, yeah, we're back on Twitch. Welcome. I know we had gotten banned or whatever, or we got suspended, but I went ahead and appealed it, and we're back in the house, man. So for all the haters out there that were like, oh yeah, they got banned on Twitch. Hey, be mad, guys, because we are back in the house. They can't stop us.
They did stop them an hour later.
I mean, honestly, why aren't Sneeko or Fresh and Fit allowed to be on Twitch? Right? Well, why not?
They're anti-progressive.
So that's the line.
It's not the anti Israel. That doesn't matter. Or anti anything.
Yeah, they're just anti being gay or whatever.
Yeah.
All 3 of the accounts were eventually rebanned, but the decision to unban those 3 creators at that exact time, and being 3 of the best known anti-Semites on the internet, seems to clearly be trying to send a message. And then it was discovered that Twitch's head of policy and community guidelines was previously fired from her job publicly by the British government. Why? She does not like the Jews.
That's right. Their head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job at Ofcom for being too anti-Zionist.
Hold on, what were those articles? UK TV regulator Ofcom suspends director for liking Instagram posts accusing Jews of ethnic cleansing.
Her head of trust and safety was previously suspended from her job.
What the f? Calling Israel an apartheid state.
And guess where her very next job was at? That's right, Twitch TV.
Apparently she was posting pro-Hamas tweets only mere days after October 7th happened.
That's so interesting. It sounds just like someone else we know. It's almost like supporting terrorists is institutional. Hell, it might even be a prerequisite.
Holy shit.
Take a look at this tweet from Twitch's senior manager of inclusive marketing, Bridget Chermating, on October 12th. People are posting screenshots of them donating to Israel relief funds. Shake my head, y'all are truly rooting for the oppressor. Read a damn book. This tweet was made only 5 days after the October 7th massacre. The donations she's criticizing would go to families like this, if they were still alive.
Wow.
Israel Relief Fund? That's not even it's not the Israel War Fund, right?
Yeah. She's wording it as if the fund is to kill more Palestinian kids or whatever.
Yeah.
You're donating to the oppressors. It's no.
This is
there's other people also dying in this thing, right?
Yeah.
What?
What the hell, man?
This statement was made by the senior manager for inclusive marketing.
Inclusive marketing, by the way?
Yeah.
The most
everyone.
PC, soy safe job of all time.
Yes.
And this is what's going on here?
Is it really crazy at this point, after all this, to say that Twitch has an anti-Semitism problem? I think it would be harder at this point to argue the opposite.
Oh, Bridget, one more thing. Sorry, I forgot. Can you tell me the answer to this riddle? What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid? I'm standing by. Let us know. And yes, it's true. I should point out this tweet is from 2011. This one, however, is from 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter.
Hold on now. The first tweet. What's the difference between a Boy Scout and a Jewish kid?
Yeah, people looked it up. Apparently the answer is the Boy Scout comes back from the camp.
Wait, what? And she became the head of inclusivity and safety at Twitch?
Yes.
Holy shit.
Yep, that's the answer.
Dude, people can't even tweet anything racist without getting fired from their jobs. Yet somehow this person got... How?
Yep.
How the fuck? What is going on right now, dude?
That's just crazy.
2011.
Dude, the cultural shift is real. What the
Remember how the whole left after like the Elon Nazi salute, they're all like, try to do that at your job. Try to do the Nazi salute at your job and see what happens. You'll get fired. Well, apparently you can make a Jewish death camp joke about how Jews die in camps.
What?
And actually, you won't just not get fired. You'll actually get promoted to specifically the inclusive, loving PC culture area. Yeah.
Dude, remember like 4 years ago when they hired like the fucking deer person to do something on Twitch?
The deer person?
Yeah, like the person that thought they were a deer, like the trans deer.
Oh, I remember that.
Remember that controversy?
Vaguely.
Yeah.
That was just what was so weird.
That's what we were dealing with 4 years ago. Now, this is what we're looking at.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?
From 22. Sarah Silverman tweeted out, Kanye threatened the Jews yesterday on Twitter and it's not even trending. Why do mostly only Jews speak up against Jewish hate? The science is so loud. Bridget said, this was the energy I was around when I worked with 2 Jewish women in social impact, who were both senior to me. She's trying to make Sarah Silverman seem like some kind of Jewish Karen for caring about the anti-Semitism. I wouldn't really care about any of this. If
Sarah Silverman sucks.
she wasn't the head of fucking diversity at Twitch.
That is true, though.
Yeah.
If you're going to be the soy PC position, you have to be accepting.
So with people like her deciding what is and isn't okay on Twitch, there's no surprise that you end up with these extraordinarily uneven enforcements of the rules. Take, for example, this clip of the streamer Destiny. He was permanently banned for what he said here.
That community is never worth engagement. There's just no point in doing it. Like, it's too, the risk of me like ending up getting like permabanned and my life destroyed because of these like inbred fucking disgusting losers is like, it's just not worth it.
Destiny talked about trans people.
Specifically, insane Twitter trans people that will flag the fuck out of you and destroy your career. That's what he's talking about. Because the Hasan cope for this, the Hasan subreddit cope is Destiny's just calling all trans people inbred. That's what the Hasan cope is, which is not fucking true.
No, he's calling like the fucking, the
insane Twitter.
The Keffels types, right?
Yeah, that will ruin your life.
You know, and Vosh has done a similar segment, by the way. Vosh did an entire like 5-hour stream back in 2019 talking about how like he hates like the trans community.
Twitter trans community, yeah.
Remember that like deleted like 5-hour like stream where he's just screaming about killing them all or something like that, right? It's like, this is actually a relatively common take from this side of the internet.
Yeah,
right?
and he's calling that community in particular inbred.
By the way, this is the first time Destiny's been referenced in this video. We're at an hour 37 of hour 43. First time Destiny's mentioned.
Yeah.
But apparently this whole video is bootlicking Destiny.
And it's all Epstein talking points.
Right.
And okay, you know, fair enough. If you're going to be consistent with the enforcement, then, you know, let's have a friendly place, a safe environment. It's calling a minority group inbred, which results in a permanent ban. Okay, has anyone else done that?
The Jewish KKK brigades out there, just a bunch of fucking inbred hicks. Imagine the most inbred white supremacist guy you can imagine, okay? Every week there was another fucking psychopathic settler, inbred fucking douchebag. Oh, these inbred fucking douchebags in the background, dude.
Wow.
A nation entirely comprised of messianic, inbred, ultra-orthodox psychopaths that these inbred don't understand. Educated, inbred, fundamentalist hicks.
Calling us in the middle of campus, calling us inbred, that we have no culture. One of them grabbed my friend's Israeli flag in the middle of campus, carried it to a mob by the gate that were communicating with the angry mobs outside of campus.
Untrained, inbred asses shipped into southern Lebanon, telling us that we are all inbred and that we have no culture.
You want to see clips?
Inbred.
The editing on this.
So calling the radicals of a group inbred, which is what Destiny
the same
did.
thing.
Calling the radical trans online community inbred.
Dude.
Hasan, a non-Jewish person, is referring to Jews as inbred consistently throughout his career.
Inbred, ultra-Orthodox psychopaths.
Zero punishment. Hasan interviewing a Houthi pirate.
The Houthis, Ansar Allah, is doing what Luffy would do. You should tell him that.
Zero punishment. Hasan watching terrorist propaganda with zero critical commentary.
They do musicals. They're very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Zero punishment. Hasan threatening a sitting congressperson. This one actually blew my mind. When I saw he tweeted that, I said, he's done.
Oh my God, I saw this tweet too. What the f?
Sure, for sure he is. For those that may not recognize this weapon, I'll explain. Shinzo Abe is a former Japanese prime minister. He served from 2012 to 2020. He was assassinated in July of 22, in a stunning fashion that left the Japanese public horrified. He was killed with a makeshift weapon that the shooter had built himself at home. So when Hasan saw this tweet that he didn't like, he posted the schematics in what can only be presumed as an invitation to someone in his fan base to build this weapon and then assassinate this sitting congressperson, who wrote a tweet he did not like. I genuinely do not know how he didn't land himself in prison for making terroristic threats. Zero punishment.
Let the streets soak in their fucking red capitalist bloods. And this isn't just a Hasan problem. It underscores a disturbing trend among leftists on Twitch. The problem is, if you can believe it, these people are frequently making death threats and facing zero consequence. I know it sounds far-fetched, but I assure you it's very real.
Listen, I'll up the number, okay? 30K to anyone who'll make this dipshit disappear.
Bro, that Destiny guy needs to get Not gonna fucking lie.
It would just be so easy to just, it would solve all of our problems. Like, we would have socialism now at this point, right? We would have socialism at this point if someone just went out of their way and
We would have socialism at this point if somebody killed Destiny. That's.
I think he's talking about someone else, but
I thought this clip was about Destiny.
I read that this is about like the Civil War.
I remember when this went viral, though. I swear
this guy has another clip where he's raging about Destiny, but I think in this one he's not. But still, he's calling for violence.
Who's he wanting to kill, though?
I don't know. I think it's a different time. That's why I was saying we'd have socialism at this point. It's not like if Destiny died in the last year, we'd randomly have socialism. He's referencing some history, but still, he's calling for violence.
It was about Destiny. I remember it. Yeah. The clip's about. I remember watching it. Yeah. He's talking about Destiny.
I don't know. I think it's a different one, but I know this guy was having crazy clips, but I think this one in particular was a different one. But this guy is I mean, he's always called to fucking violence about a million different things too.
Yeah.
Destiny as well.
And all Hasan's friends do this, by the way. They do like death threats on stream. And again,
they do.
I'm not going to moralize about it, right? But I will say the difference is that they're not joking. They're not joking, and they're not getting any sort of punishment for this shit.
Holy shit, guys. If you live in Florida, I have an opportunity for you. If you want to earn $100,000, let me know.
Actually, Mike from PA, the dude that's stuck in the before image of a transformation story, did receive a 3-day ban.
Casey Tron reacted to this part and coped that this image is photoshopped.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not
I've seen
photoshopped.
the video. It's fucking straight, real. Not
why? Because he looks
photoshopped.
like a disgusting fat rat?
Yes.
Is that why it's
Casey Tron
photoshopped?
coped and said this is photoshopped.
Holy shit.